Welcome to Mark's Motorsports and Farming channel. In this video I am bringing you up to date on the race truck. Because it's that time of year where especially in Minnesota, we can shift gears and start thinking more about something like this. Because this truck was built for a wintertime race, so the meteorologists or weather people are already starting to talk about snowflakes, being a possibility. So I thought with that being said, I'd bring you up to speed on the latest with this race truck here. Number one, I'll have to address the idea of the tire blowing out. When I did actually race this past winter, and then for that I think I'll try a little bit different recipe, so to speak. What I tried doing with the first time I raced it is I spread some thick black goop, you can call it, around the inside, and then the tires here are all tubed as it sits here right now, and as you can see from this one, that didn't work too well, and I ended up pulling a tire in the heat race I ran in, and the blown tire wasn't enough to keep me out of the feature race. And yeah, I'm gonna try a different recipe, and I found this one other product that we can try using, and which would allow me to have tubeless tires on here again. So yeah, it's one of those where you mount the tire and then pump so much of it in there, and then you can air up the tire, and then the slime will kind of sit itself around the studs, and then stop it from any sort of leak or anything that would cause the tire to blow. The gentleman that helped me get the tires swapped so that this truck has studded tires rather than regular street tires. And I'm basically doing the same thing that he did with his tires, because he didn't seem to have any sort of tire problems on the car that he ran with. So we'd probably give that a try. It's just a matter of getting these tires back off of the rims, and then so we can swap the tubes out for a tubeless stem, and then fill it up. And the rear tires here, he also suggested that I add some more studs. Try help keep it off the ice a little better. And whereas if you look here, I currently have a 2-in-1 pattern, and what he thought would be better would be to go with a 3-in-2 pattern, which the way to execute that would be, you know, like right here where I have a single now, I put one over here and one over here and have the 3. And then with both of the rear tires, I'd do that all the way around, and then I'd have the 3-in-2 pattern that he suggested I do. So, and then I'll probably end up having to get a new battery for this as well, because a few weeks back I came out here and tried to start, and there was, you know, no current flowing through the system whatsoever. So yeah, I'll have to look sometime. Well, it wouldn't have to be, you know, soon, but, you know, but somewhat soon. And see what type of dimensions the battery has, and then I'll also make sure that I get the right type of terminal connection, as this truck has. And then, you know, that should be enough to get it going, even in colder temperatures like we normally have in Minnesota. I mean, the battery that it came with, you know, sometimes it started and other times it didn't, so that's why I'm leaning towards the battery on this one, because, you know, even if I'd hang the charger on it and it would take the charge, and I don't know if that would be enough to get this truck to start in some of the colder weather conditions that we experience here in Minnesota. Don't worry about those tires back here. I was hoping to put those on so that this truck would sit here without the studded tires on over the summer, but they didn't fit. I just haven't put them back away again yet. So, but other than that, I mean, yeah, there'll be a little more time involved with, you know, getting the studs added to the 2 rear tires, and then like I said earlier, I think I'll try a different approach to preventing any more tire blowouts from happening. And on that note, I should probably look to see what it might take to get the spare out from underneath and make sure it has enough air and so forth, and so that if for some reason there'd still be a tire blowout, then we'd be able to swap over and then be able to compete in both of the races that this truck is eligible for on each day. So and yeah, a couple cats here that I guess are trying to make their way into the video, but I just seen one of them there. But But yeah, otherwise, I mean, I pretty much built this truck to the given rules. You know, when I built it this past winter, and then obviously go back through my race truck playlist, and you'll find those videos. You know that I did while I was getting this truck built for the wintertime race, and obviously the battery wasn't an issue that day because it was an unseasonably warm day for that time of year. But that doesn't happen very often, and you pretty much have to have these things ready for the type of weather conditions that we normally see in Minnesota in January and February when these races. I mean, these races actually happen during the month of February, so. So, with that, I mean, I think that's all I know of. No, there is one more thing. I should probably look at how to go about making sure that their airbags are out, not only from the steering wheel but also the glove compartment area here. So that's something that I was not able to do when I first got it built, and also one of the reasons, I heard one thing that added to nerves and so forth, while I was out on the track, is because I thought that there was, there's always a chance where you might bump into another vehicle and so forth, and then I was trying to be a little more cautious because of that, compared to the pace that the other drivers were going, and so yeah, if you were to go back and watch the video where I actually raced this truck, that was one of the reasons why I ended up going slower than the other drivers were. Is, between thinking about the possibility of the airbags going off, plus the fact that was also the very first time that I had competed in a race. That was the biggest factor in why I drove like I did that day. So yeah, I'll have to investigate that. See what it might take to, if we're able to pull the airbags out of this truck or not. Because if we're able to, then that would only help things, while I'm on the track with it. And I might be able to keep pace with the other vehicles a little bit better that way. And then another thing that would help with being that you know, I have officially raced before, and you know, with the specific vehicle as well, so should have that going for me too. So that's all I know of right now as far as the race truck goes. And soon, and then if I'm able to get any sort of progress made on this, then I'll certainly let you guys know and get a video made on this truck. So with that, I thank you guys for watching my videos. I certainly appreciate that. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. Be sure to click on the like button, and if you haven't already, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And then once you're subscribed, then be sure to click on the bell. You'll be notified whenever a new video gets posted to the channel. Be sure to follow Mark's Motorsports and Farming channel on Facebook as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you later.